It's only a little windy outside. My goodness. What's going on, guys? Gotta fix the hair. All right, I'm over in Prairie Oaks today. This is a community right along Oak Point, Texas, Little Elm, Texas. If you look on David Weekly, it says Little Elm. If you look on Prairie Homes, it says Oak Point, Texas. So we're kind of on the border of those. Hopefully everyone's doing all right today. Interest rates are up, as you guys can see what that's going on. I know that some of you guys have seen that. I've been working with, you know, because what happens in real estate is the interest rates go up and then some buyers go out, and then, you know, you get ghosted by some people that you've been working with for a little bit because they no longer want to buy the house now with the interest rates. So just like Bono from U2 says, it's all right. It's all right. All right. Okay, into Prairie Oaks. So this community, a couple different things. They have 3 builders in here. However, I think right now they're going on with some like land issues with the person who used to own the property or the developer. Something's going on. I don't know. The sales team at Prairie was trying to explain it to me. Basically, the guy who used to own the piece of land is having some problems with the developers building in here on some stuff. So they haven't released anything most recently, like this past month, but previously they did have some stuff in here. So I'll stop by their model homes at the end, which are over to the left over there. So you have Sandalin, you have Prairie Homes, and like I said, David Weekly. But let me take you guys throughout this community and show you guys kind of what the houses look like here. Now, on the low end, it's just gonna be right at like 520s, 530s in here. Sandalin is starting at like 600s. So, and I think just at the beginning of this year, they were, you know, it was right around 490, 500s for that David Weekly. But now that David Weekly, I think they have the Applewood, which is on their low end. The Applewood plan is about $506,000 listed at right now. And that's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car, little over 1,600 square foot. So that's also gonna be like one of the smallest houses. And Prairie Homes on their low end have like a 1992 W model, which correlates with like their square footage. So square footage of that house is a little under 2,000. And that's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car going for like 530. So that's on the low end in here. Prairie Homes is gonna kind of always be priced at a premium compared to David Weekly. Sandalin Homes also really nice in here. Those were starting at 600s. I think those are a good option if you want to have like a mother-in-law suite and more space. Some of the Prairie Homes aren't 2-story builds. The Sandalin Homes are. For Sandalin Homes, I'll go by their Silverstone model, but they also have a current model in here getting built. They don't have any Silverstones, but they do have a Chesil that's 600,000. That's a 5-bed, 3.5 bath, 3,200 square feet. And then on the high end, they have the Monte Carlo around 660, and that is another popular build plan that that Sandalin has within here. The school district that this one also goes to is Denton ISD, so it's going to be Providence Elementary, Rodriguez Middle School, and then Ray Broswell High School. That is the high school that's along 380, which the thing about this neighborhood is that it kind of is on the back side of 380, so you got easy access to 380, but problem with 380 right now is it's going to be going under a bunch of construction. There's also a bunch of stuff going on with the politics of 380 and the expansion and what's going to be approved and not approved. Because either McKinney or Prosper is going to get like the brunt end of whatever they're going to decide to put a bypass in. If you haven't looked up any of that stuff, look up the 380 bypass. Get some more information about that, especially if you're thinking about moving to Prosper or McKinney, anything like that. But that being said, the 380 intersection is just, you know, not even 2 minutes away from here. But you also have El Dorado pretty close to here. So there's 2 major roads that you can travel pretty quick on to get out to Frisco. I would say that probably you're gonna wanna stay off 380 for the most part until they expand it a little bit further. By expand, I mean they're widening some lanes here and there. But when it gets closer to like the Prosper McKinney area, they're not gonna really be able to expand it. Unless they get rid of some buildings with like eminent domain, which could happen. So that's the other thing, guys. Really look it up. 380 bypass. I'll do a video on it soon, but yeah, there's just a lot going on with that and the new developments on what they're gonna decide on. And then a little bit about the commute in here. So to downtown Dallas, about a 45-minute drive. DFW Airport, 35-minute drive. The closest hospital's about 25-30 minutes away. You have the Texas Presbyterian that's over in Denton, and then there's Medical City that's over in Frisco, not too far away as well. And then Frisco itself is only about 20 minutes. Some of the fun things to go to around Frisco and Plano, about 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away. I think it really depends on kind of what time you're leaving at in the morning as well. The road that leads out of here though, pretty nice. It is already like built out, developed. And also the high school is about 10 minutes away. I think I forgot to add that, but that's the other thing. High school is still pretty close to here. We got a roundabout coming up. Psych, we'll take this road for right now, show you guys the amenity center. So here's their amenity center area. So not really big workout room area, but they do have like a pool, some chairs to sit out on, and a nice little playground with some trees. Seems like they kept a good amount of trees within this neighborhood on some of the parts, which is kind of nice to see, but the homes themselves, don't got no trees, as you guys like to leave in the comments. Guys, did I mention trees? Did I mention a roundabout? Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, another car coming in. Hey, the 370Z broke his neck. That's what happens. And then the HOA in here is $750 annually, which I think is reasonable. Like, you got a nice amenity center, you got a nice thing. The thing with the downside with here is that depending on what house you get, kind of on the little section, the other phase I just toured, compared to this section, you're going to be dealing with power lines. So I don't know if you can, I don't know if it's going to pick up here, but it should. The house that's in front of me, I don't know if you can see it, but it literally looks like a power line is in its backyard. So that's going to be a hit or miss with some people, right? Let me pop a UE here. And I would say there's a good amount of, there's not really walking trails, but they got a good amount of sidewalks and some open spaces, kind of like this, that they have to walk around, and they've kept some of that, the area over by the amenity center looks pretty nice with all the trees and stuff, but let me drive by here, talk about some of the builds they have. So that was one of Prairie Home's old model houses that I guess got bought and somebody moved into. So here's David Weekley. Currently with David Weekley on this specific model home, they have it, this is the Scarborough. It's listed at $526,000. It's got a 3-bed, 2 full bath, 2 to 3 car garage if you want, and then it's currently like 2,100 square feet. How this build plan is set up, you kind of walk in, you have the study over to the right, you got the bedrooms all along to the right, and then it kind of leads you out into the back. Now, the David Weekley homes are going to be the lowest price homes within here, and also in like the sense of quality too. So I think if you're thinking that you also want, not to say David Weekley's bad, I'm just saying compared to the Prairie home and the Sandlin home in here, the Prairie home for sure is going to feel a lot nicer just with some of the standard features that come with that. Let me pull up to this one. Okay, so I can't park here, but those are the Prairie houses. So you got the 51s first, and then the 61 was second, and then there's the Sandlin home. Let me just kind of, everyone's here talking to the agents today, I guess. Can't really park in front of those houses. But the Prairie houses you just saw, the first one that was kind of more on that corner is their 50 lot. That's the 2504W plan. It's got 2,500 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath. 2-car garage. You can turn it into a 3-car if you want, just depending on if you want that extra bedroom or not. Same thing with their 2994W plan. That's the other house that was just right along there. That's their 60 lot. That's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3-car garage. Also has a half bath, a little under 3,000 square feet. The 50 lot currently listed at $583, and then the 60-foot lot size is currently listed at like $708,000. I would say that the main difference between those two plans is going to be kind of like the entryway feel once you get into the kitchen, because that smaller build plan, the 2504, when you kind of walked into the kitchen area, it didn't feel like a real difference between anything. It kind of felt like you were walking into your kitchen, and then the dining room and the living room were all one piece. Now the 2944W plan, that one is pretty nice because you walk in, you feel the dining room area, you feel the family area, and then over to the right is like your kitchen area that leads back into like the master. So that was just the two differences that I kind of felt when walking into the home. A lot of y'all are out of town, right? So you can't come here and you can't walk around. I'm having the most success with people coming out and actually feeling the inside of the house, because honestly guys, I know I try to do a good job with like the neighborhoods, the videos on the inside showing y'all, but I know for a fact that there are people searching that they want this specific house and then actually getting into the house and not liking the feel. So that's the other thing. If you're kind of caught up on like the actual feel, please come out here. I'm happy to take you guys around. I'm working with somebody right now, picking them up from the airport and gonna take them around for a week to show them houses. Now the Sandlin home you just saw is the Silverstone. They don't have any availability building that within this community right now, but they do have that Monte Carlo. And a lot of people actually like that Monte Carlo because of the way the staircase is and kind of the feel when you walk in. So you have the dining area with your staircase that kind of curves up with a big landing, but you also have the kitchen kind of separated that you walk through in a hallway, and then really high ceilings. So that's the other thing with the Sandlin homes compared to the David Weekley or the Prairie homes, is that you're gonna have really high ceilings within the Sandlin homes. They do an awesome job with that. Guys, go check out my 2 videos I have currently within this neighborhood. I toured the 2944W plan at the Prairie home, and then I also toured the Silverstone as well. But like I said, they won't have any Silverstones in here, but if you do like that plan, they are building the Silverstone in other places. So if you are interested, please leave me a message. Also leave me a message if you're interested in this neighborhood in general. Text me Perry Oaks. And the builders within here are only releasing a very limited amount of lots at a time. And there's also that other problem right now with I think that they're having with the old landowner and the builder with certain things. Let me show you guys kind of what an email looks like from Perry Homes, give you guys an idea. So they'll send out something like this. They'll say, hey, I actually believe this previous one was this house right here that shows that it's sold now, which is kind of funny. So a couple months ago, I got an email over this, I think actually specific house. It said it was gonna be finished on this time. Here's the pricing, here's the details. They weren't taking any bids on this one. It was just like a first come, first served basis. So that's kind of what some builders are doing. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know if you guys have any other questions over at Oak Point or any of the other neighborhoods within this area. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, contact me, Daniel, at the Home Expert Team. I will be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.